Big story breaking at this hour. It's a huge setback to the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. A Delhi court has summoned Arvind Kejriwal on the 17th of February. ED complained against Arvind Kejriwal in fact, because he was not complying with the orders of the ED. ED had in fact asked Arvind Kejriwal to appear before the agency. Summon after summon was issued. The court today has asked Arvind Kejriwal to appear before the court.
आम आदमी पार्टी के नेशनल कन्वीनर अरविंद केजरीवाल के पीए हैं विभव कुमार जी, उनके घर पर भी रेड लगाई। ये दोनों रेड 14-14, 16-16 घंटे चली। तो वाजिब है, देश की जनता ये जानना चाह रही होगी कि क्या बरामद हुआ, क्या बरामद हुआ, आपको क्या मिला? सोना मिला, चांदी मिला, कुछ पैसे मिले, कैश के जो होते हैं।
As more details, Srishti, is going to be important for the Delhi Chief Minister to appear in person before the court then. Srishti, I was asking you if you can hear me that the Delhi Chief Minister has to appear in person.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will have to now appear in person after Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court has today summoned him to appear before court on 17th of February. The court has taken cognizance of Enforcement Directorate's complaint against Arvind Kejriwal, saying that he's been non-compliant, non-cooperative, and he has not appeared before ED despite several summons being issued to Arvind Kejriwal since last year on multiple occasions. This was the 5th time that a summon was issued by ED to Arvind Kejriwal, and he failed, in fact refused to appear before ED yet again. After that, ED this week moved a complaint before Delhi court, before the magistrates court, before Delhi's Rouse Avenue court, where ED not only filed a complaint under PMLA but has also invoked IPC provisions which deal with the non-obedience of an order of a public servant, which according to ED, Arvind Kejriwal has done by not complying with the summons issued to him. So now, yes, it's a big setback for both Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and also the Aam Aadmi Party, because it's not a favourable order. He has constantly on multiple occasions refused to appear before ED, and now the court has asked, taking cognizance of the complaint filed by ED, court has asked him to appear. The recourse in this particular case, obviously with Arvind Kejriwal, would be that he could challenge the order of taking cognizance and the summons before the sessions judge, which would be the higher court in this case. He would also have an option of seeking exemption from personal appearance and maybe appearing through his lawyers instead. But if he fails to appear or if he refuses to appear,
coming back to you, Srishti Oja, breaking that story for us, Harish Khurana of the Bharatiya Janata Party has responded. Let's listen in.
कोर्ट ने साफ कहा है कि 17 फरवरी को सम्मन जारी करके ईडी के समक्ष पेश होना पड़ेगा अरविंद केजरीवाल को। अब देखते हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल अब कोर्ट का भी सम्मान करते हैं या नहीं करते, तो देखने वाली बात है। लेकिन जिस प्रकार से 5 बार सम्मन को इवेड किया, वो दिखाता है कि वो कानून का सम्मान नहीं करते। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, आप जितना मर्जी ईडी से भाग लीजिए, आपको ईडी के सामने उनके सवालों के जवाब देने होंगे। सवाल बहुत सारे हैं। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 300 करोड़ के मनी ट्रेल का जिक्र किया, उसका आपको जवाब देना है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी। संजय सिंह की बेल के जब रिजेक्ट हुई तो उसके बारे में कोर्ट ने कहा कि प्राइमा फेसी।
जनता पार्टी spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala joining us in the broadcast. Shehzad, your first reaction to what has been told to the Delhi Chief Minister. The court has asked the Chief Minister to appear in person in just some days from now, on the 17th of February to be precise, because as we know, he was not appearing before the ED.
Satyamev Jayate. Truth has won. Kejriwal's propaganda, lies, diversion tactics and victimhood card has failed. Today, Kejriwal was saying the summons and the case is illegal, stands completely exposed. We stand vindicated. The question only is, shouldn't Kejriwal today resign on moral grounds? Because you would remember that when he was with Anna Hazare, at a drop of a hat, he would demand resignations. Today, forget resignation, he's not participating in the investigation. And this is when the courts have denied bail to Sanjay Singh, to Manish Sisodia, to Vijay Nair for months on end. The Congress itself has said that there's Ghotala and Bhrashtachar in this matter. So today, Kejriwal has become Bhagoda number 1 and Bhrashtachari number 1. He runs away from summons and notices. When he puts allegations, he runs away. away. When there are allegations on him, he runs away. And today, he has been completely exposed because the courts have upheld these summons. The courts have said there is Sharab Ghotala. Today, Mr. Kejriwal, on moral grounds, must resign.
All right, I'm going to thank you, Shahzad, for joining us at this point in time. So the BJP says this is the victory of truth. I'm going to go straight back to my colleague Preeti also, who's joining us for the very latest on that. Preeti, it looks like it's getting increasingly difficult at this point for the Aam Aadmi Party now that the Chief Minister has to appear in person before the court.
Well, it is getting difficult, and Sneha, this is something that possibly the Aam Aadmi Party has factored in. And why do I say that? If Arvind Kejriwal has skipped 5 summons straight, he knew that the Enforcement Directorate would either raid him or, approach the courts. And they've done so. It's something that the Aam Aadmi Party knew, that at least from the lower courts, with what we've seen precedents, he would be summoned, and that has happened. Now, the question now, Sneha, will be if Arvind Kejriwal will honour that summon and appear in court himself. He has 2 options in front of him. He can appear through his lawyers, and the second part is that he can challenge the summon in a higher court. And till now, what he has gone, guns blazing is that the ED taking on the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal is vendetta politics at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And of late, if you've seen over the last 4-5 days, the Aam Aadmi Party is building an alternate narrative as well, where they have approached the ED for actually misrepresenting facts and somewhere down the line suppressing evidence by deleting audio files. Now, what we can expect in days to come, the rhetoric from especially the Aam Aadmi Party will only be heightened. They'll be taking on the ED on multiple counts. There was a press conference today as well by Atishi, and we can expect that to be bolstered in the next few days. But yes, this is a huge blow, but it's process which Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party had factored in.
Well, absolutely. Coming back to you in a moment from now, Shrishti continues, in fact, to be with us. Shrishti, I want to ask you about the legal options. Preeti did touch upon that, but have you heard anything from the side of Team AAP, essentially? Because they certainly will be looking at the options available before them. Politically, predictions have been made that he will be arrested. It's to prevent him from taking on the BJP during the upcoming Lok Sabha elections not too far away.
Well, yes, Sneha, the Liquorgate heat on the Aam Aadmi Party after this order clearly seems to be increasing because the court has taken cognizance. The court has summoned Arvind Kejriwal to appear before court. It will be very interesting and important to see whether or not Mr. Kejriwal decides to now appear before the court or not, because till now he has been refusing to appear before ED, calling those summons illegal, saying that the same were politically motivated only by the ruling party to topple the government in Delhi right now. But now the case has come under the court's purview. It's a court's direction that has asked him to appear. So if it is true that he thought ED summons were illegal, it will be important to see whether or not he decides to appear before the court to file an actual response and say whatever political statements he's been making till now, whether or not he'll actually make those statements before the court itself. However, if he decides to not appear, there are several options which are available to him. He can challenge the cognizance and the summons order that the court has passed today that the magistrate court has passed today before the sessions court, challenge the order and seek a stay on the summons. The other option would also be to just seek an exemption from personal appearance while maybe deciding to appear through his lawyers and file a response before the court and keep his side before the court through his lawyers. However, in case he decides to not appear, the ED, what's important here is the ED will also have an option to again come to court and seek issuance of bailable warrants against him. That is if he decides to not appear before the court. So we will know for sure what is Mr. Kejriwal or what is Aam Aadmi Party's stand and what they are deciding to do once something's actually filed before the court. But he definitely has enough legal remedies available in case case he wants to not appear before the court itself. But what's important here is to see whether or not he decides to appear, because he's constantly maintained that the case is politically motivated, that he refused to appear before ED because saying that they refused to answer his questions because he did not know why he was being made to appear. It was only to destabilize the Delhi government, the government in the national capital. But now it's a court order that we are talking about, whether or not will he abide by this particular order and come before the court to even to keep his side, to record his statement, is something that we'll have to see, because it's not just a political debate anymore. The court, ED has reached the court. There are legal implications which will now be involved in case he decides to again evade the summons or again not appear before court. So very important. But yes, considering he's not the only Aam Aadmi Party leader who's been caught in the Delhi excise liquor gate heat. We also know that previously CBI and ED had arrested Manish Sisodia as well. He's still behind bars. So is Sanjay Singh in the money laundering probe.
Right.
So what step will Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal take now will be very, very crucial to see. Back to you.
All right, Shrishti getting us those details as far as trouble brewing there for Arvind Kejriwal is concerned. Remains to be seen how he takes that up, whether he appears before the court or not on the 17th day of February, or whether these summons are challenged in a higher court of law. What really is going to be the legal way forward? What is going to be the legal strategy? And importantly, the political strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party on a war path, really, with the Enforcement Directorate. BJP Shehzad Punawala here is
lost. Today, Arvind Kejriwal, how long will you play the victimhood card? You said that this was vendetta politics, the summons were illegal. Today, the courts have now asked you to present yourself before the courts and before the agencies. This means that the summons were fine. This means that the Sharab Ghotala exists. Today, you should be resigning on moral grounds, because Kejriwal ji, till now you have been saying Kattar Imandar for Manish Sisodia, for Sanjay Singh, for Vijay Nair. Those people have not got any relief from courts. Also, the Sharab Ghotala exists. The 338 crore money trail has been spoken of by the Supreme Court. It is a huge scam on which even the Congress party did press conference. You said that it was all vendetta politics, it was all fuzzy, it was all fake. Today, Arvind Kejriwal, there is no escaping the law. Today, you must tell us that how you have transformed. And Anna Hazare used to say that first resignation, then investigation. Today, forget resignation. You are not even cooperating with investigation, and the courts have to tell you to do so. On moral grounds, you should resign, because you have changed your entire commitment towards the fight against corruption. First you were with Anna Hazare, now you are with Lalu Prasad Yadav, you are with Sonia Gandhi, you are with Rahul Gandhi, and therefore corruption is now something you are okay with. Today you must answer the questions on Sharab Ghotala. Why did you take back the new policy of the old policy and bring out the old policy when there was no corruption in the new Sharab policy? Why did you allow the 2.5% commission to go to 12%? Why did you allow blacklisted manufacturing companies? Why did you allow wholesale to go to private sector? Why did you allow, in the peak of COVID, for thousands of crores of rupees to be earned by the Sharab Ghotalebaz? You are the mastermind. You are the Betaj Badshah of corruption and Bhrashtachar, and now you have also become a Bhagoda. When there are allegations on you, you run away, and then you make scurrilous allegations, baseless allegations, and do hit and run away. This will not work. आज सत्यमेव जयते कह सकते हैं, सत्य की जीत हुई।